gathered here today to celebrate the blessing union between this man Lewis and this gorgeous, beautiful bride, Renee, in matrimony. This is the single highest commitment that two human beings can possibly make to each other. It is not something ever to be entered into lightly. Indeed, you're not just joining your lives together as husband and wife, with the lives of your entire families as well. Thus, if there's any person here who has any reason whatsoever to believe why these two people should not be joined together in matrimony, please speak now or forever hold your peace. All right, you may be seated. And to you, Lewis, take this gorgeous bride, Renee, to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold, for better and for worse, for richer and for poorer, in sickness and in health, till death do you part. Very good. And likewise, Renee, do take this man Lewis to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold, for better and for worse, for richer and for poorer, in sickness and in health, till death do you part.
I do.
Very good. Do we have the rings? Now the rings, as you both know, form the shape of a circle, and apart from being a whole lot easier to wear on your left ring fingers for the rest of your lives, they also form the unbroken circle of love that two human beings, especially those just like you, who are getting married today, shall have for each other. So if you kind of gently place her onto Renee's left ring finger, beautiful ring, but not as pretty as you are. And embracing hands, and repeat after me, sir, okay? All right? I want you to repeat after me. With this ring, I be wed. I, Lewis, take thee, Renee, to be my lawfully wedded wife. I promise to always love you, to always honor you, to always respect you, to always listen to you, to always be patient with you, and to always be your best friend and lawfully wedded husband. Very good. And likewise, Renee, if you'll do the same thing, place your ring onto his left ring finger. I've got your super cool. And embracing hands, look right into his eyes and repeat after me. With this ring, I thee wed. I, Renee, take thee, Lewis, to be my lawfully wedded husband. I promise to always love you. To always honor you. To always respect you. To always listen to you. To always be patient with you. And to always be your best friend. And lawfully wedded wife. Very good. Now, Lewis and Renee, I can tell you something. In a marriage, you can be one of two things. You can be right or you can be married. But you cannot and will not ever be both right and married at the same time. And if you don't believe me, just ask anybody here who has ever been married for very long. They can tell you that it's the truth. For the husbands, put your gorgeous wives first. Beautiful wives, put your husbands first. Let the small stuff go. Put your egos aside. 99.9% of it, it's all small stuff. There are so many things that you can both choose to bicker, argue, and get big and fight about. Several 1,001 things in a day if you try. Some people say that today, the day that you get married, is the best and most difficult part of ever getting married. And that's partially true. There's the time, the license, the cost, getting everybody here, but it's also a beautiful day. You have wonderful family and friends here to love and support you. Beautiful bows, food over there. But the truly best and most difficult part of ever getting married, it's not today. It's the day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year of crossing that bridge together. When the going gets tough, and I promise you, sometimes it'll get very tough. The tough don't simply get going now. They sit back down together. They listen to each other. even when they feel like doing is talking, or perhaps sometimes not talking. They compromise even when they want their way, and they work it out. You can do these things, you can't, and will look back many years from now, and have not a very happy and successful and fulfilling marriage. Can and will you both do these things?
Yes.
All right, just last few quick pieces of advice. I promise to keep it short. You are both still very young, but I tell this even to couples in their 80s, 90s, and 100s. I've been married people for many, many years, just to serve out plenty of those couples too. There will come times in your lives when you both encounter obstacles, problems, difficulties that are too great, too big, too troublesome to solve on your own, or together as a couple. Don't worry. Every single couple goes through this at least once, and usually many times during their lives. Never ever hesitate to go find it outside of captive ear. Like a minister or a licensed counselor, somebody not involved in the situation, who's had the training, the education, and the experience to help you to work through these things together successfully. Because it can't be done. Some people say that seeking help when you need it most is a sign of weakness. No, on the contrary, seeking help when you need it most, as sometimes all of us do, it's not a sign of weakness. It's a definite sign of wisdom and maturity. Also, watch your finances. The number one thing, on average, that couples fight about is about money. If you haven't already done so, and you may have, put at least 6 months of your salaries in the bank for an emergency or more, because you never know when that can happen. COVID-19 is a perfect example. A lot of people lost their jobs. Also, plan for retirement, which you may have hopefully already started. But if you haven't, do it as quickly as you can, because one day we will all be old and we won't want to work, we won't be able to work. Also, watch your social media, watch your friends, watch your work colleagues, watch your acquaintances. There are so many people out there that could care less than zero about your marriage. You're just thinking about one or two very temporary things that never, ever last. And I don't care how old you get, you can be 100 years old, both of you. Go on a date night at least once a week. I know things can get so busy with work, school, hobbies, family, kids, travel. Completely understand I have all that too. But if you don't both take that time just for the two of you, doing something that you both enjoy, even if it's just a picnic at the park, Netflix and dinner, at the movies, whatever that you want to do, a sports game, it doesn't even have to cost anything. If you don't do this, I've seen so many couples start here close together, 5, 10, 15 years later, they're completely opposite direction because they never spend time with each other. And lastly, sir, there's a very old saying, and any couple just like yourself that's ever been married for very long can tell you that it's true. Happy wife, happy life. Before you do say or think a single thought, you might ask yourself, will this make my gorgeous wife happy? And if the answer is no, don't do it. Now, I say that to you, of course, there's one other saying just to be fair to both of you, and that's happy spouse, happy house, because there's happy wife, happy life, and happy spouse, happy house. So that goes toward both of you. I checked both of my cell phones just before we started. There's been no phone call, no text message, no pardon from the government or the president. It's your last chance to back out if you both wish to proceed. You both want to proceed? All right. More than by the power that's invested in me, by the state of Oklahoma. It is my honor, my duty, and indeed my great privilege to officially pronounce you as husband and beautiful wife. Sir, you may and should kiss this gorgeous bride.